Everybody, Dave Nasty over here at Epic Guitar Instruction. How you doing? Getting lost in our jam. That's what I was doing. We're going to have a fun time learning an Alvin Lee song called Hear Me Callin'. This is going back a little bit, but I think a lot of people are going to benefit from learning this one. Young and old, this is a song that you need to know. It's got some cool Delta blues vibe in it. A little bit outside of the traditional box for blues, but just a great song to play that you can jam at home. Let's take a look at what goes down here. We're in the key of E, and we're doing, like I said, a pretty straight ahead blues feel. But what we're going to do that's different in the very beginning, and the thing that I could do all day long, quite frankly, is this cool little rhythm where I'm going to be hammering on the second string up to 5, right? And as I do that, I'm going to be clawing with these lovely looking nails over here that are, I swear, are used for a purpose. As I claw like this, I'm going to hammer on the second string up to 5, but I'm going to include. So if I don't do anything but that, I think that's kind of cool. Now that's just really easy. That's going to be the feel of the song, having a really important beat, as John Lee Hooker would say. Notice I'm reaching over to extend this a little bit longer and get into the song. I'm grabbing the B note with my middle finger on the third string with my middle finger over here on the claw hand. So I have. Now the biggest part of this, because this is going to come up later in the song, and if we learn it even now in single notes, you have to pick it again, or it loses its feel for the timing. When we hit that low string. So this is how the song starts off before we kick into that rhythm right there. But I think that's great because we're going to bring it up in volume. We're going to play it in single notes. And we're going to talk about doing stuff like that, and free information that's available to you to do so. But initially, we're going to start with a low volume, and I want to say this. This is actually kind of cool and important to learn. Along the way, as guitar players, we start talking or thinking about tone. On the guitar, idealistically, if you could have 3 levels of tone from one volume setting, that's what you want to do. If you're wide open, it should be gained out a little bit. If you're down a bit, it should clean up. And if you're down even more, it should be really, really clean. That's a good guideline to go by, especially when playing in this blues dynamic. This is a really great strat, but it's functions like a strat, right? I have all of these different selectors that are going to give me tonal options. It even has an S1 button if I want to push down. Make it more out of phase. Because we're looking for that delta feel. But that's okay, we got the beat. That's what's the most important thing. When the song kicks in, we're going to do a driving A rhythm. That's a misleading sound, but I'm just going with my third finger from B to C sharp, E to F sharp. Now I'm laying on the back part of the beat though. I'm not rushing. Leaving my fingers down. I'm letting them up a little bit. Let's turn this way. Honestly, when I do my rhythm, I think of the T-Birds. I think of Fabulous T-Birds, and I think of Jimmy Vaughn. I think it would apply to this even if we're learning an Alvin Lee song. Because we're on the back part of the tempo. We don't want to rush. So when we get into that part, we'll do that a little bit better as I'm not spinning in a chair. If I'm going this, then here's what's coming up next. So here's my riff. Hit the low E string and it'll continue. To a B chord. That's a different kind of a turnaround, right? So let's talk about how we're going to use the pentatonic scale just a little bit. We've got another little section of the song to grab, but we're going to move it at a comfortable pace. Below in that text box is a really good link that's going to give you some aid in soloing, covering all of your scale diagrams, free coinciding ebook, free video. When I'm talking about pentatonic shapes, scale positions, things like this, it's good to have sitting next to you. It's free material just available to you here. And all you got to do is click on that and you'll have that while we go through this. Now, I'm thinking of a boxed out shape. I'm thinking of some of these sounds, perhaps a lick. Things like this that are just kind of cool and delta feel like. So if I have this I'm hybrid picking the low string and I'm hammering on the fourth. I'm pointing out an E chord. So there's neat things within this song, and it's why I chose it. There's different ways to approach it. It goes from a pretty straight ahead feel in the beginning that we know now. We can get lazy and do that all day long. A. Back to the riff. Next I hit that low E string. G. And we're back into the song. Later on in the song, as it picks up a little bit of pace, we're going to have a riff that sounds like this. Kind of like your green onions, but what you're going to do is you're going to fret with your first finger, and I'm going to hybrid pick the 5th and 4th string. G, A, pull off. All of your soloing that you can do from that point on, working in that first position of pentatonic up here, or down here, and we've got a great song to play. And we really dig this kind of stuff because we cover as many bases as we can here over here at Epic Guitar Instruction, and we love your input on these kind of things. We can't forget the old classics that will teach you how to improvise at home and feel like what you learn can be applied in a forum that's easy. We learn licks at home. We need concepts and ways to jam and put them in. Nothing's easier than a blues song. When you're working and playing in a blues format that's easy to understand, all of those licks that we learn on our couch, sitting on our bed, watching TV, whatever, you have to have a place to put them. You have to have a place to put them. And if you can come back to a riff, you're going to learn faster. That's why this is really good. Even if you're a metal player, shred whatever you want over it, but just make sure that you can groove. And hear yourself calling loud. It's really great. Thank you so much, everybody. Epic Guitar Instruction. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Those are the most important things that are of value to us, especially if you could just subscribe to the channel. Helps us keep going. We like it when you give us feedback and we can give you more lessons and challenge us all at the same time. So I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Epic Guitar Instruction.